I think when you go to the UK, one of the first things that you are going to notice is the names. When you hop onto the tube in London, the names become very different comparably to the United States. And we love exploring the UK, but it is so fun and exciting to be on the train, and the train will say
Stops to Queen's Lament, King's Titter, Sophie's Choice, Death's Waddle.
It really is funny, some of the names that you hear.
And the spelling is even weirder.
So we thought it'd be fun because obviously life, if you've been following the channel, has not been good to us the past couple weeks. We decided we wanted to laugh.
Yeah.
And we wanted to bring you along with us, and maybe you could explain how or why some of these towns are named like this. We are watching a video called 26 Strange British Village Names That Sound Fake, but are totally real. This is by Dear Old Blightly. I think we might have watched a video by them before. I just zoomed in. I didn't mean to. That's fine. These are our Patreons and members who help make this place great. Does your town have a strange name to it? Your village? We have here in Florida. We have a couple of strange towns.
Yeah. A couple hard to pronounce ones too.
Hard to pronounce, but we have a couple. There's a place in Orlando, outskirts of Orlando. You have one town that is called Oviedo, which a lot of people mispronounce. And just on the outside of Oviedo is this really country town that's called Christmas. And in the middle of that town is called Taintsville. Right in the middle of the two, there's Taintsville. All right, guys, like and subscribe. And let's watch this video. Let's be the Taintsville of this video and be right in the middle of it. Come on, guys.
Okay.
Strange British village names that sound completely fake, but are absolutely real places you can visit today. From Scratchy Bottom to Tittyho, these peculiar names survived centuries of British propriety, with residents fighting council attempts to change them. Yet here's the mind-blowing twist. These embarrassing names have perfectly innocent origins in Old Norse, Saxon, or medieval English, revealing hidden histories of Viking invasions and ancient farming practices. Why Shitterton residents spent £680 on a ton-and-a-half stone sign will redefine British eccentricity. Starting our journey through Britain's most eyebrow-raising place names, we find not one, but two Twatt. One in Orkney and another in Shetland. The name comes from Old Norse Thevite, meaning a small parcel of land which Vikings brought over during 9th century invasions. The Orkney Twatt sits near Skara Brae, making it older than Stonehenge. While its Shetland cousin remains so remote, Google Street View hasn't mapped it. Local residents have given up being embarrassed, with one Orkney farmer telling reporters he's proud to be Twatt born and bred. The community council once received a
To be fair with you, he's not special.
No.
We all are, okay?
complaint from an American tourist who thought the road signs were vandalized with profanity. Speaking of surprises coming up, wait until you hear about the Dorset village whose residents got so fed up with sign theft they took matters into their own hands. Shitterton achieved national fame in 2010 when villagers, exhausted by decades of sign theft, spent £680 on a ton-and-a-half Purbeck stone block with the village name carved into it. The name appears in the Domesday Book as Scatterer, from Old English Sinite, meaning stream plus ton for farmstead, literally farmstead on the stream that divides. The stream still runs through today, now called the River Piddle.
So I'm not wrong that they said Scatterton?
Yeah.
Scat is another word, and they was just translating it.
Yeah.
It was like, we got to come up with another name. That's a completely different language. Scatterton. Scat. And somebody was just like, well, it just means shit, so we'll just call it Shitterton.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's crazy.
Village chairman Ian Ventham declared drunken students would need a crane to steal their new sign. The village had 3 sign thefts in 1 year before the stone solution, Property prices actually increased after installation, proving British eccentricity has genuine market value.
I want a Shitterton sign on this wall, whatever I got to do to get it.
Yeah.
In future episodes, there is going to be a Shitterton sign on this wall. That's too epic, ain't it?
That's great.
Right next to Winston Churchill and the Scottish cows and the British Museum. It's just going to say Shitterton. I want to visit Shitterton.
I guess we'll have to put that on our list.
Whoa, guys, would you like to see a video of us just going to every town in the UK with a weird name?
Mm-hmm.
I'm down with that.
Me too.
Spend the day at the Shitterton pub. It's the most shitter pub.
The origin of Pity Me remains one of Britain's etymological mysteries.
I know some people from that
Local
town.
legend claims monks travelling to Durham Cathedral would cry, "Pity me," when caught in foul weather, though historians dismiss this as Victorian nonsense. The likely explanation involves Norman French petit mer, meaning small lake, referencing a long-drained pond. During World War II, the village gained unwanted attention when a German bomber pilot reportedly told interrogators he'd specifically targeted somewhere called Pity Me because the name amused him. Professional footballer Bobby Pattinson, who played for Sunderland in the 1940s, allegedly told teammates he came from the most miserable place in England. Today's residents host an annual Pity Me Day with a hard luck competition for the year's unluckiest.
Okay, that would be a thing, right? If you, like, that's where the names would really come in and, like, to haunt you, is if you played for the local football club.
Yeah.
And, like, you're going, like, to Nottingham and you're from Shitterton. Like, you're not going to hear the end of it.
Mm-mm.
Especially, like, I want to do a video one day on just, like, football chants.
Mm-hmm.
And I bet you, like, I feel like the UK would be a country that's, like, in Shitterton, we're just not going to have a football club.
No. Or Pity
We
Me.
mentally, our nerves could not handle that, playing another team.
Residents nestled between Durdledore and Lulworth Cove on Dorset's Jurassic coast, Scratchy Bottom is actually a valley rather than a village. The scratchy refers to rough vegetation that once covered the valley floor, gorse and brambles that would scratch agricultural workers' legs. Bottom means valley bottom in traditional geographical terminology. The spot gained Hollywood fame in the 1967 film of Hardy's Far From the Madding Crowd. With Julie Christie and Terence Stamp filming key scenes here, the valley witnessed tragedy in 1943 when a Lancaster bomber crashed during training, killing all 7 crew. Local farmers still find aircraft aluminum today. The valley's geological importance rivals its amusing name, cutting through rock layers spanning 100 million years of Earth's history. The Essex village of Ugly has endured centuries of jokes, including the legendary Ugly Women's Institute, whose members proudly wore badges declaring, "I'm an ugly woman." The name derives from Saxon personal name Urga plus ley, meaning clearing, essentially Urga's clearing in the forest. The village church of St. Peter's from 1220 contains a fascinating carved wooden effigy of a knight from around 1300, one of only a handful surviving in England. During the Civil War, parliamentary forces ransacked the church, destroying medieval stained glass, though fragments survive. The village attracted national attention in 2013 when developers proposed 1,200 homes here, with protesters carrying signs reading, "Keep Ugly Beautiful." The campaign succeeded, preserving the village's rural character.
It is pretty, though.
Yeah.
That's a village.
Wetwang produced one of British archaeology's most significant Iron Age discoveries when excavators uncovered the Wetwang chariot burial in 2001. The skeleton of a woman buried with an intact chariot challenged everything historians knew about Iron Age Britain, suggesting links to continental Celtic culture previously thought absent from Yorkshire. The name comes from Old Norse Vetvanga, meaning field for legal trials, where Viking-era disputes were settled. The village gained brief fame in 2003 when comedian Richard Herring stood as joke candidate in local elections, promising to build a Wetwang theme park. He received 9 votes. The annual Wetwang Scarecrow Festival draws thousands of visitors each summer. The local Black Swan pub claims Yorkshire's best Sunday roast. Despite its cheerful name suggesting medieval merriment, Giggleswick near Settle derives from Old English personal name Jachel plus wick, meaning dwelling place. The village's famous school, founded in 1512, educated Richard Frankland, who established England's first dissenting academy after being ejected from the Church of England in 1662. The school's distinctive copper-domed chapel, commemorating Queen Victoria's Diamond Jubilee, can be seen for miles across the Dales and was designed by Liverpool Anglican Cathedral's architect, the village's ancient market charter, granted by King Henry III in 1249. Technically still permits a weekly market, though none has been held since the 1890s. Local legend tells of a dragon called the Giggleswick Worm, slain near the village well where suspicious red marks remain.
Pratt's Bottom.
Now technically Greater London, but historically Kent, Pratt's Bottom was named after the medieval Pratt family who owned land here, with bottom meaning valley. The village achieved notoriety in the 1960s when it became home to notorious London gangsters seeking rural respectability, including Richardson gang members conducting business meetings in the local pub. The village's most famous legitimate resident was pioneering aviator Pauline Gower, who founded the women's section of the Air Transport Auxiliary during World War II, flying Spitfires and bombers from factories to airfields. The local primary school consistently ranks among Kent's best, leading to fierce housing competition. Property developers have repeatedly tried building estates here, but residents have successfully fought off every attempt since 1947.
Crapstone.
Crapstone on Dartmoor's edge takes its name from Old English crop, meaning boundary rock. The area received unwanted attention in 2005 when featured in a Channel 4 documentary about Britain's rudest place names, with residents split between embarrassment and pride. The local Exeter Inn claims haunting by a Cavalier soldier killed during the Civil War siege of nearby Buckland Abbey, once home to Sir Francis Drake. The village's 1837 Methodist chapel contains remarkable biblical texts painted directly onto walls by a Victorian signwriter who bartered his work for food and lodging. A local resident, Dorothy Osborne, wrote a best-selling 1952 memoir titled Life in Crapstone, which remains the definitive social history of Dartmoor village life between the wars. Fingringhoe on the Colne estuary takes its name from Saxon fingra spur of land. Though generations of schoolchildren have sniggered at the pronunciation, the village is home to one of Britain's most important nature reserves, where nightingales still sing, and where conservationists successfully reintroduced the large blue butterfly thought extinct in Britain since 1979. The village church of St Andrews contains a unique medieval seaman's window paid for by local sailors grateful for surviving a 1489 storm during the 1953 floods that devastated the Essex.
Just so we're clear, you can go visit Seaman's Window at Fingringhoe.
Stop. That's got to be a joke. That can't be real.
That just doesn't sound appropriate.
No.
That's a lot.
Coast, Fingringhoe residents saved dozens of lives by ignoring official evacuation orders and rescuing stranded families in rowing boats.
I just want you to hear that again.
Devastated the Essex coast, Fingringhoe residents saved dozens of lives.
Fingringhoe residents.
Orders and rescuing stranded families in rowing boats. In 2021, metal detectorists discovered a hoard of Roman gold coins worth over £100,000.
Wow.
The Scottish village of Dull formed an official Trinity of Tedium in 2013 by twinning with Boring, Oregon and Bland, New South Wales, generating more tourist interest than centuries of Highland history. The name derives from Gaelic Dull, meaning meadow, and the village was once an important religious centre with links to St Adamnan, biographer of St Columba. The village's standing stone, erected around 1500 BCE, aligns perfectly with midwinter sunset when viewed from the church, suggesting our ancestors were anything but dull. Local legend claims Rob Roy McGregor hid here after escaping government troops. The village shop closed in 1994, but residents maintain an honesty box selling local honey, eggs and Dull merchandise. High on the Cumbrian fells, Little Cockup isn't The nearby Little Cockup cairn marks one of the best viewpoints in the Northern Lake District, though Victorian guidebooks primly referred to it as Cock Fell to avoid embarrassment. The area witnessed one of Britain's last wolf hunts in 1396, according to local records describing villagers driving a great grey beast over the crags to its death. The fell was used for secret commando training during World War II, with Norwegian resistance fighters preparing for raids on heavy water plants crucial to Nazi atomic research. Modern fell runners consider Little Cockup part of the notorious Bacco Skiddaw route.
Some of these he's wasting time reading the facts.
Bell End near Bellbroughton takes its innocent name from a bell-shaped piece of land at the village's end, though postal workers report more photography requests here than anywhere else in Britain. The village's industrial heritage includes nail making, with children as young as 6 working forged bellows in the 1840s, until reform campaigners exposed conditions that shocked Victorian society. The local Holy Cross Church contains a memorial to the 5 Jeffreys brothers, all killed within 11 months during World War I, devastating a community of barely 200 people. Recent archaeological excavations uncovered evidence of Roman ironworking, suggesting Bell End's industrial roots stretch back 2 millennia. A local service station, embracing the name, operated as...
It's so hard because, like, you could make jokes about that, but they died in World War One. But you would say, like, you know, some name of the town, there's died at World War One. It's just like... I'll explain to you what that means after this video.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Bell End service station.
Crackpot.
Crackpot in Swaledale derives from Old Norse cracker, meaning crow, and pot, meaning deep hole or cave, perfectly describing this hamlet perched above a limestone cave system. The village's ruined farmsteads tell the tragic story of Swaledale's lead mining collapse, with population falling from 50 families to just 2 permanent residents. Today, Crackpot Hall, abandoned since 1953, achieved Instagram fame as Yorkshire's most photogenic ruin, though photographers risk disturbing rare horseshoe bats roosting in its cellars. The cave below connects to a vast underground system that claimed 3 Victorian explorers, whose bodies were never recovered. Archaeological surveys revealed that Crackpot's seemingly ancient field walls actually date from the 1790s Enclosure Acts, completely reshaping historians' understanding of Dale's farming patterns.
Tittyho.
Tittyho in Rands isn't technically a village, but a road and area whose name scandalised Victorian sensibilities so thoroughly that Ordnance Survey maps euphemistically marked it as T-Ho until 1950. The name likely derives from Titty's Hoe, referring to land cultivated by someone nicknamed Titty, possibly from the medieval name Titus. The area witnessed the Rands Area Project, Britain's most extensive archaeological investigation, revealing 9,000 years of continuous human habitation. Local historians discovered Titty-ho appeared in the 18th century gaming songs as rhyming slang, possibly explaining Victorian prudishness. The nearby manor house served as a World War II interrogation centre for captured Luftwaffe pilots, with declassified records showing German maps marked it as Target 47B for reasons still unclear.
Just real quick, I wonder if Titty-ho, where it's a road, whatever, meaning like go, I wonder if that's anything to do with tally-ho. You know how people say tally-ho?
Oh, maybe.
I wonder, is tally-ho derived from Titty-ho?
Maybe.
Titty-ho.
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 Knob End near Bolton isn't a village but a nature reserve whose name derives from the knob-shaped hill overlooking the River Irwell. This site of special scientific interest contains rare metallophyte plants that only grow on heavy metal contaminated soil, thriving on industrial pollution that would kill other vegetation. The area's Presterly locks witnessed the 1868 Knob End riot, when striking miners fought police in running battles requiring military intervention. Victorian industrialists dumped so much caustic waste here that resulting LeBlanc waste heaps created their own unique ecosystem studied by scientists worldwide. The reserve's industrial archaeology includes remains of the world's first commercially successful coal tar distillery, whose products literally fueled the British Empire's expansion.
Thong.
The hamlet of Thong derives from Old English twang, meaning
Thong's
narrow
a
strip of
sexy
land,
town.
though delivery drivers consistently photograph the village sign. This tiny settlement played an unlikely role in defeating Napoleon when Thong's windmill ground flour for naval biscuits that sustained Nelson's fleet at Trafalgar. The hamlet's 13th century well supposedly never runs dry, with water rights causing a legal dispute lasting from 1743 to 1962, surely Britain's longest-running civil case. During World War II, Thong hosted a secret radar station that gave London 15 crucial extra minutes warning of VAR-1 flying bombs. The hamlet made news in 2018 when archaeologists discovered Britain's oldest joke carved in Latin on a longest-running civil case. During World War II, Thong hosted a secret radar station that gave London 15 crucial extra minutes warning of VAR-1.
Do you know what that radar? So the plan was during that, because I've heard of that. What they stopped was the enemy was planning on going right up the crack. I'm done.
Flying bombs. The hamlet made news in 2018 when archaeologists discovered Britain's oldest joke carved in Latin on a Roman roof tile. I made this on the 6th day before payday.
I'm good.
Boggy Bottom perfectly describes this persistently waterlogged Hertfordshire valley where medieval monks attempted drainage before declaring it God's will that it remain boggy. The area's wetland nature created perfect conditions for watercress cultivation, with boggy bottom beds supplying London's Victorian markets until pollution killed the industry. Charles Darwin collected specimens here for Origin of Species, with his notebooks recording remarkable diversity in such unpromising bog. The valley witnessed Hertfordshire's last witch trial in 1712, when Jane Wenham was convicted but pardoned, with Boggy Bottom residents testifying she'd cursed their cattle. Modern ecological surveys revealed Boggy Bottom contains 3 species of dragonfly found nowhere else in southern England, making this squelchy valley internationally important for biodiversity.
Slack bottom.
Slack Bottom in the Pennines takes its name from Old Norse slacky, meaning shallow valley, combined with topographical bottom. This remote valley served as a hideout for Yorkshire coiners, counterfeiters in the 1760s, with King David Hartley's gang producing fake gold coins, so convincing economists estimate they increased Britain's money supply by 2%. The valley's isolation made it perfect for illegal prize fights during the Regency era, with Lord Byron allegedly attending a bout here in 1815. During the 1984 miners' strike, Slack Bottom became an unofficial meeting place for flying pickets coordinating Yorkshire coalfield activities. The valley contains mysterious stone circles that Victorian antiquarians declared druidical, though modern archaeology suggests they're actually 18th century sheep enclosures.
Apparently we've witnessed languages just collapsing on themselves. That's something you watch. The UK has been around for so long with so many languages and so many things has become slang over time that you're just seeing that. The one thing I will say is all them towns was just really pretty.
Yeah.
It was like really, really pretty.
Some of those seem really made up, but
I guess it makes sense. I don't know. It makes sense.
yeah, I guess because it means something different.
Yeah. There's a couple I didn't hear the original thing because I was laughing too hard.
Yeah.
Do any of you guys live in these towns? Are any of you a proper bellend? Let us know down below. Thank you guys for all the well wishes and everything. If you like this video, hit like and subscribe. We do this, we dive into British culture. But let us know. Are you a bellend? Are you
Shitterton.
Are you in a thong right now? Are you in thong right now? Are you watching this in thong? These are towns. You got to get your mind out of the gutter. I am Rich Trippin.
I'm Tiffany.
And that's the future home for a Shitterton sign. If we cut this video down and you didn't see a full 26, we probably just made it shorter, but we got the link for the whole video down below. So you can see the whole video.